even through the internet.
All right, bro, we
Ooh,
live.
that's true.
Hey, we live. Let me do my intro.
That is so true.
All right, so welcome to the Doe Show, Doe TV, whatever, Doughboy TV, whatever you want to call it. Welcome. Um, we are here where we state nothing but facts and opinions. Uh, we talk about a lot of knowledgeable stuff. We do a lot of cussing, but it's educational cussing, so it's okay. Um, we support everybody, almost everybody. At least they do. I don't really support everybody, but they support everybody. And yeah, I'm just going to end the intro right there because I'm kind of high and I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. But my disclaimer is anybody can watch this. I don't give a fuck if you young or old. As long as you can read, write, and speak English, then you can watch this show. And remember, everything that we state is just our own personal opinions. We're not disagreeing with anybody else. We're just stating our own personal opinions. Oh, I wasn't yawning when I was playing the goddamn game. Yeah. But coming to the panel first and foremost, is I fucked up the whole intro. Coming to the panel first off is a man. He's a human being. He's a flight attendant. He's a cow poacher. He's a deer hunter in College Station, Texas. Man, give it up for James Vodera.
Yay!
What's up, people? What up, though?
Yeah, I gotta get some clapping hands or some shit. Coming up next on the panel was a female. She's a bat hunter. She's a wolf chaser.
Yeah.
And she makes a hell of a pina colada. Give it up from Spring Valley, California, by the way of Palm Valley Springs, Palm Valley, California. Give it up for Flower Thomas.
Hey.
I just fucked up everything on that one.
Hey, where's Joel these days?
I'd be sending him the link. I hit him up.
Is he okay?
He told me,
Is he?
I guess he all right. I mean, what I'm saying? I hit him up and I tried to see if he wanted. I mean, I be hitting him up to see if he wanted to do the shows, and he don't really replying back. I hit him up to see if he was doing his show. He said yeah, but then he said he gonna do it tomorrow at the same time. But I mean, he didn't respond after that. He be responding late. Like I be off the mic and then he'll respond to me.
Like I do sometimes. Just all late.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Just checking on folks,
You know what? I wasn't yawning this much before I got on camera. I wasn't yawning at all when I was playing a video game. Matter of fact, I was playing a video game with no yawning at all. But as soon as I get on this motherfucking StreamYard and I start looking at you niggas, I start yawning and shit.
Are we that boring?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I can say we all are boring shit. We all got to collect and do some talking and shit. So I guess we all
I'm not
be
that
boring.
sleepy. I wanted to take a nap earlier, but I chose not to, and I might go to the grocery store.
I went to the grocery store earlier in 109-degree weather. It was cooking outside.
Like it was like 123 here today.
Ugh. I don't even think.
Yeah, we had yeah, it was kind of light here today. It wasn't 117, 118, wasn't nothing like that today. It was like 106 to 109. It hung around that degree all day.
I think it got to like 92 outside today.
You know what? I don't care about your 92, okay, bro? We talking hundreds over here, bro. If you're not even reaching 100, you don't even need to say shit. Just keep it to yourself.
Man, we were in the hundreds last week.
I don't want to know how cool it was at your fucking house, bro. It's not cool over here.
Right.
It's still 100 degrees outside and shit, man. It ain't cool over here. You know what I'm saying? If it was in the hundreds, it was last week. That was last week. We talking about this week. It's in the hundreds this week. It's been, matter of fact, it's been triple digits in Vegas for the last month.
Yep. Here too.
In the last month, it's been triple digits. It's gonna continue.
Yep, through September.
Yeah. Well off into September. It might cool down towards like the last week of September. It might start cooling off, might start hitting 90s and 80s. But then you don't know. I mean, shit. In the springtime, we was hitting the hundreds in the springtime. So shit, you never know. It might hit the hundreds in the fucking wintertime.
I used to love that little fall briskness in the morning going to school. Back when I was a kid.
I didn't like shit about school. I didn't like waking up for it. I didn't like going.
I definitely didn't like waking up for it, that's for sure.
I had to wake up at 6 o'clock. School started at 8 o'clock, so I had to be out the house by 7 to catch the bus.
Woo.
Ride that motherfucker all the way to Chester, Indiana, which was like 30, 40 minutes away from the crib.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, your school was that far?
Yeah. I went to a Christian school from the kindergarten
you went
to the
like
8th grade.
the rich people school?
Yeah, from like kindergarten to 8th grade. Then I got kicked out of school in the 8th grade. They tried to blame me for stealing a pack of gum from the bookstore. But they try to say the serial numbers was matching. I was like, how the hell the serial numbers match? When I bought this from the candy store, like before I even got on the bus, I bought a pack of gum and a bottle of water and got on the bus. I didn't get to school this day.
Schools will do anything to kick people out, man.
However old you are in 8th grade.
Okay.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? And so they was like
16, something like that.
And you know what I'm saying? I was already on detention. I had 237 hours of detention already.
Just being damn, bad. What for?
Shit, just accumulation of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So they was just profiling at that point. They was just blaming whatever on you, or did you really steal the gun?
Some shit I probably really did. You know what I'm saying? Some shit was profile. They had weird ass rules. You know what I'm saying? I probably broke every rule, but you know what I'm saying? It was kind of fucked up. I was doing detention. I was doing school so much. I was like, why do I even come to school if all I'm gonna do is clean? Fuck this, dude. I just want to leave. And I told the principal. The principal was like, well, so what? Do you want to be expelled from school? I was like, hell fucking yeah, I do. And so they expelled me from school in 8th grade. Then I started going to Bailey. Then I started going to Bailey Junior High in Gary, Indiana. And that's when I turned bad, real bad. I started going to them public schools. I started going to public schools. I went to Bailey and I went to Lew Wallace, L-Dub. And from high school, when I graduated, I went to another type of Christian, like motherfucking college, which was Pensacola Christian College in Pensacola, Florida. I only went there because it was cheap.
I know Pensacola, Florida.
It was very cheap to go to school there, and I would have a lot of money to spend if I chose that school. So I chose that school only because it was cheap. But then they had a whole lot of fucking rules, and I broke a lot of them. I was fucking bitches when you weren't supposed to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I didn't get caught. I fucked this bitch in the church.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I fucked this white girl. Dog. She had never been with a black man before, and I hit that inside the church.
The church?
Inside one of the little rooms off to the side. Yeah, I hit that. That white chick. She was like, I've never been with a black guy before. I was like, well, that's cool. I'm
your first. At a church before. Vaguely remember something like that.
I love me some white girls. Oh shit.
Do you really?
You know, man. I would be with a white girl and I would actually take her trash out.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, that's just what a decent regular motherfucking dude would do, like no matter who it is.
No, because if it was a black chick, I wouldn't do shit. I would just
Uh,
eat her kids' food and shit. And drive her car around. At least with the white bitch, try to build up her man. You know what I'm saying? She tried to help that nigga get a car, get a job. You know what I'm saying? I was already functioning, but you got to get a white girl who's pure white. You can't get a white woman who's been hanging around black people a lot. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
because I was gonna say like I don't remember doing that for nobody really.
Well, because a white woman that hangs around a lot of black people starts to try to act like they black or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which throws off the principle of having a white girl, because you don't want a white girl who thinks she's black. What the fuck? That just defeats the whole purpose. She's loud, she's
Defeats the
obnoxious.
whole purpose, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to start arguments with you and shit. I like a white woman that like to listen. They listen and they talk to you all subtle and shit. And I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? They try to say that a black man likes a white woman because they're easier on you. Hell fucking yeah. We don't want all that fucking nagging and
right.
arguing being started whenever
I
the
mean,
fuck
a partner should definitely just spend all their time uplifting the other person if they have the time to do, like, for sure. Like, I think that you could speak positivity and, you know, belief into your person and tell them how great they are and how,
I mean,
you know, they
you
can just
can
do
uplift
anything.
each other. You can uplift each other. I mean, if you have a person that's kind and uplifting towards you, then that makes you want to be more uplifting and kind towards them and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a motherfucker that always nags you and shit and always try to start fights with you, then you're gonna always want to start fights with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just really defeats the purpose of having a white woman who thinks she's black. Matter of fact, I can't even stand them. I like, what the fuck? Why are you even like this? Just because I hang around white people, I don't become white.
Right. I feel it.
Yeah, what you gonna say, James?
I mean, yeah, you right about the whole when you uplifting your partner, they probably will uplift you back. It goes back to the whole do unto others thing. Yeah, I know it's in the Bible and all, but nah, that was a principle long before that book ever was released.
You have to genuinely like the person that you're with.
Well, I think the saying came out when the Bible came out. I don't think nobody really said it because,
but it was
niggas
still
wasn't really talking. Niggas wasn't really talking like that.
You treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah, but somebody wrote it in the Bible, so somebody probably used it once upon a time. So somebody put it there, so they probably always used it. So yeah.
It's in the Bible that you're supposed to treat people the way you want to be treated?
Yeah.
I'm asking a question. Okay.
Yeah. Is actually I don't know what chapter or verse. I haven't read the Bible in a very long time, so I don't know. I used to be real big.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't want my man to treat me like, I don't know. Like I wouldn't want him to treat me in the same way that I treat him.
Well, you gotta do it to others as they do unto you. I mean, shit, that's the golden rule. I mean, if a motherfucker treat you like shit, then I mean, you can choose to treat them like shit or treat them with kindness. Some people believe in kindness all the way around. I just feel like, you know, you fuck me over, I'm gonna fuck you over.
Kindness is cool, but like, I don't know, to really just pour into somebody, you know? I mean, I think because people make the mistake of thinking okay, like as a woman, right? Like you feel like your man is the king of the castle, right? And that's cool. But like my man, I want him to be like the king of other people, like the king of a society or the king of a whole, like, you know, yeah. Like it's a little bit deeper than that. So when you're uplifting people, you kind of got to do it in the right category too.
Oh yeah, today's episode is named Homies, and we're gonna speak a little bit about that, about the difference between homies, friends, and associates. So you got associates, you got friends, you got homies, and all three of them means three different things. We're gonna speak on it a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna speak on it a little bit later, probably after the 30-minute mark. We'll probably get into that. We'll start talking about the homie, friends, and associates. Right now we're on relationships relationships and how others want to be treated. And yeah, I really do believe that you should do unto others as they doing to you. I mean, if you're in a relationship, you're supposed to get kindness and give kindness. You're supposed to get respect and give
Yeah.
respect. You know what I'm
You're supposed
saying?
to want to serve your person. You're supposed to want to be with them. You're supposed to want to see them win. You're supposed to, again, uplift them, not tear them down. You're supposed to support them without judgment. You're supposed to unconditionally, choose them every day.
Like I don't understand how. So I don't know if you ever seen Marriage at First Sight, the reality TV show when two people meet at the altar, they don't even know who they are, and they just legally get married and shit. And when I watch that show, it's crazy. It makes me laugh because when you go to the altar, when you decide to marry a motherfucker, you already making a big motherfucking jump in life. But if you're marrying another person, if you're going to go through the 8-week experience, you need to leave all your shit at the fucking door and go into this motherfucker fresh.
Yeah.
But it's like they agree upon it, but then when they live together and they get into it, into the 8-week, they're yelling at each other, they're having spats, they're pissed, you know what I'm saying? They're having fights and all the other shit. It's like, how can you have fights when you don't even know shit about the other person? You should be spending all your time
Right. You're
getting to know
supposed to be
the
getting to
person.
know them still. How are you fighting?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get to know them. Now, if they do something that you don't like, then you just talk to them about it. You be like, yo, I don't even like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they don't do that, man. They just be fighting. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, did you not hear what Pastor Carol told you at the beginning of the goddamn 8 weeks? Like, you're going to get married. You're going to live together. You're going to figure out how you spend bills and credit and all that shit is now what you guys are into. I mean, it's like if you choose to get married at Marriage at First Sight, then you're leaving all your shit at the fucking door and going into this fresh. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's why I be wanting to do it, man. I'm like, shit, I marry a motherfucker.
I want to do that. Yeah, like I think like for me, I believe it's that simple. Like when you meet somebody, like you make a decision and you're like, yeah, you're gonna be my person. This is gonna work. And you
Well, no,
can move
marriage at
forward.
first sight is not like that. Marriage at first sight is two people that do not know each other getting married for the first time in their life, or a second
Yeah.
time they, you know what I'm saying? Actually, they first time in their life, they're actually getting married. They don't even know this motherfucker they saying I do to.
Yeah.
So it's
But
not right.
they're getting to know each other over a short period of time and they're
Mm-hmm.
getting to do it. But so I haven't watched the show, I admit. How are they getting to know each other? Do they get to be in person? Is it behind two walls like the circle?
All
What
right,
is it?
it's like a mini marriage. Like you have your family and friends show up between the, you know what I'm saying, the groom and the bride. They have a different family show up. You walk down the aisle. The dude is already at the altar with the motherfucker priest, and the chick is walking up the aisle, and that's the first time they even see each other. You know what I'm
Okay. So
saying?
then they actually get married and just get thrown together living in a living situation.
Yeah, they go on the
I think that
honeymoon.
is so bomb. Like I think that is so bomb.
They
Like
go,
yeah.
they go on the honeymoon. So they spend like 3 days in a motherfucking Puerto Rico or wherever the fuck they go. They spend 3 days with them. Then they come back and they live. Then they move into an apartment. All right, so Marriage at First Sight gets an apartment for them. It's like, you know, some spot that they always use when they're in that city.
Yeah, somewhere where they're filming from.
Yeah, so they get them an apartment. They can either choose to live together at the apartment or pick one of their homes. So the chick can live with the dude live with the chick, or they can live together inside the apartment. Then you spend the 8 weeks together. You know what I'm saying? By going on little surprise vacation trips and shit like that. But you spend a lot of time together, as married people would do when they first get to know each other. You can consummate your marriage if you want to, so you can have sex on the honeymoon if you want
Yeah.
to. You can choose not to. You can be like, I'm trying to get to know this motherfucker first, which is cool. A lot of people, they do get to know each other first. You know what I'm saying? They just don't jump right into bed. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't. It's just the marriage like scenario. So you're spending time with this person. You're with this person. and you're being filmed for like 10 hours a day, and then for the other 12 hours a day you're just off camera. So you got to still live together because you're legally bound in marriage. Like if you say I do at that altar, you saying it for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when the show is not airing, you're still fucking married to this person. You know what I'm saying? You just can't leave and like, I'm gonna go to the crib.
But it's still not like a real marriage. It's still a contractual marriage, right? Like for the show.
No. It's a real marriage. It's a real marriage.
Okay.
And at the end of the
Okay.
8 weeks,
with everything that entails too.
And then at the end of the 8 weeks, you get to decide: do you want to get a divorce or do you want to stay married? So they give you a chance at the end of the 8 weeks.
So it's like really just jumping in and getting married.
Yeah.
And you're living in an apartment.
Yeah, you live in you can. Well, if the chick has a big house and she wants to stay at her house, then the dude can choose to move in with her. But you have to live with each other. That's part of the agreement for the 8 weeks. You have to live with this person. So you're gonna either pick the apartment, you're gonna live together in an apartment, or you can choose either one of your homes, whoever got the biggest crib.
But you don't get to know anything about the person that you're choosing. They just match you up. They match you up.
Yep. The analyst people, they match Pastor Cal, Dr.
So there's
Vivian.
not even a little flirty session where you're like, okay, out of 1, 2, or 3 bachelors, I choose A.
Nope. They match you up.
See, I think I would do it if I did a show that way. I would want to at least choose like how they used to do the dating game. I would at least want to choose from 3 bachelors, you know what I'm saying? And then be like, okay, this is my choice, and him decide on the same. Because if not, that's a little bit different. That's like an arranged marriage, and that can be cool too. It's how the kings and queens did it. But sometimes you can like pick from a handful of people.
They find a stranger for you, and they marry you with the stranger that you have never met in your life. But they find them in the same city, so it might be somebody you previously knew. But there's been many people on the show that know the person that they married already. Like they know of them, but they don't know them. Yeah, so
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's called Marriage at First Sight. I mean, it's a pretty cool little show. I mean, I watched all the seasons, and I watched a lot of the episodes. I don't know, man. I like drama. I don't like drama to be with me, like in person with me, but I like it in like real life. I like to watch other people's drama because it should be making me laugh.
I think that do you think that you could be bound to somebody who you don't have like sexual contact with beforehand or like really get to know? As long as like the commitment was there, if you really both were like committed to wanting to be a partner, you're both stable enough or financially stable enough to be a partner. You don't have to be rich or anything, but like you know that you're like taking care of yourself already. So
Hell yeah.
I think I could. Like yeah, I think I would be open to that because
you know what?
For me, I don't have to know somebody all the way. I don't have to be around the person, and if I'm attracted to somebody, that's a very rare thing. So when I'm attracted to somebody, like I'm committed from like that very fucking moment, and nothing can really sway me except for that person to look me in the eyes, in my face, personally, like in person, and literally tell me, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling you. I don't want a relationship with you now or in the future. Like that's what it would take for me to like be off that person once I'm on them.
I know I could be committed to somebody and I'd be the same person I'm always is. I'd be cool, calm, and collected and relaxed. I mean, even though I smoke weed, the chick would have to be cool with it. If she not, then this marriage ain't gonna never work. Because if you ain't cool with me smoking, I'm not gonna give up smoking, and I'm not gonna stop being a comedian. So those two things are never gonna change with me ever in my life. And if you can't be cool with that,
would she need to be open to smoking herself, or like just let you do you? Like, what if she didn't really care to smoke herself or didn't like smoking, but she like totally was like supported you in whatever you wanted to do?
I think I can answer this for though, because I've heard it enough times from him. It would be cool if they were just okay with it, but a bonus if they smoked too.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. I like that idea. I feel the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same
Now,
way. I'm not going to stop smoking weed. If I get with somebody, I'd like for them to at least be okay with it. But beyond that, if they smoke too, all the better. Because I kind of get tired.
And I feel the same way. And you know what would be the even better plus for me is like if they owned their own like weed or dispensary or like grow site. That'd be like even more amazing.
Now you know. Now if she did not like it, then I would be respectful, and I would never smoke it around her. Like she would never even know I even smoked, not unless she smelled it on me, you know, off on occasion. But
yeah,
I wouldn't even smoke around her. Like she wouldn't even know when I did smoke. And you know what I'm saying? Because I'd be dipping off a lot. When I go do comedy, I'd be smoking with my comedy friends. When I go home, I don't necessarily have to be sober, but you know what I'm saying? I don't come in the house smelling like weed. You know what I'm saying?
do you think that it would become? Do you think that over time it would become something that you do more so when you're out working than rather sitting at home? Because I mean, and hear me out, when I am working or when I am doing something or when I have a project or when I'm invested or when I'm out and about, I smoke less.
I mean,
already. Do you think that it would adapt? You would adapt to that?
I mean, it'd be cool because I was still smoking home. I was smoking my car. You know what I'm saying?
I can see you smoking outside, like outside by the barbecue while you cooking up, grilling up some food by the jacuzzi or something.
Yeah, I smoke, but see, I would never smoke in the house or bring the smoke in the house. You know what I'm saying? Now, my weed is gonna be in the house. My weed gonna be in the house, but I would keep it in a safe container. You know what I'm saying? With a smell-proof jar, so you're not gonna smell it. You know what I'm saying? I only open it. I only take it outside and open it. You know, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be real respectful of her, and we can still get along because when I'm high, I'm very cooperative. Until you do something fucked up, then I'm not cooperative. I'm not cooperative no more. I'm off it.
I gotta ask you a question. I see this really cool picture that keeps flashing in the screen above your name here on the screen. Is that in the background or the foreground? And what is that?
That's the background. That's the TV.
Okay, because it looks perfectly. Okay, that looks perfectly like it's above your name, as if you're like showing your own little video or something, like right along with the podcast.
It can be that too.
That came out cool. Okay, well that looks really cool. It looks like it could be like your own act across the screen.
Well, hey, it's my act across the screen. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're at the 27-minute mark. So we're going to start discussing about the difference between an associate, a friend, and a homie. And we're going to give each person a chance to describe or tell us what do they think of all three. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about it, but we will have a gigantic discussion about it at the end. James, you can go first. Can you tell me what do you think an associate, a friend, and a homie is?
A friend, an associate, and a homie. Well, you can look at it a couple different ways. I'll keep it brief. But you can look at it a couple different ways. One is the length of time you've known somebody. First of all, if you've just met somebody you're cool with, you chill with, you share interests with, they're friends. You know, from the time you meet for like the first year or two, you're just friends. You talk to them on occasion. You know, you hang out once in a great while. But the longer you associate with somebody, the longer you put yourself out there with them, you start doing more shit together. You start getting in dumb shit together. Then to become an associate on it, then it shifts over to an associate. This is like 5 to 6 years in to knowing somebody. You know, associates, you'd help out an associate when you could, but for serious shit, you got to think about it. Now, homies on the other hand, someone you've known 10, 15, 20, 30 years, that you hang out with on the weekends for just no fucking reason other than just chill and watch TV.
You got sidetracked.
Yeah, I had to answer somebody real quick. The homie, you get a call from the homie in jail. Bet, but I'll be there. I'll be there in 10. Or the homie know he about to get raided. He needs somebody to come swoop him up real quick. I got you. I'm away.
Okay.
Or for instance, no names, but hey man, I just got robbed for like $100. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right, Flower. Give us your 3-minute example of what an associate.
Okay. So for me, it's kind of backwards than what James was saying. So I'm gonna start with right here. We're gonna start with right here. An associate. So for me, an associate is somebody who I'm gonna do business with, or I'm trying to do business with. I'm looking for them to be associated with them in some kind of way, but it's most likely a business way because personally, I don't really associate with too many people that I'm not doing business with. For me, if I just know you out in the world and I'm getting whatever the case is, you're actually just an acquaintance. I had to throw that one in there. For me, a homie is somebody like from the neighborhood, from my city, somebody who I know from around the way, somebody who I might see a lot in different circles. But they just my homie, like, like, oh, she smashed the homie type of deal. Like that's just a homie. Like I know them, but I know them for a more personal reason, maybe not so much as an associate. So a friend. Now a friend for me, if I call somebody my friend, that means that I'm invested somehow, or they've been in my life, or there's some kind of little like special to me, like there's a real connection, or they've been connected, or they family somehow they're my friend. They took time to know, to maybe get to know me a little bit, and have been friendly to me. Okay, there's my rendition of it.
All right. Well, my redemption of it is a little bit different than everybody's. But for me, an associate is just the motherfucker I just know about you. I don't know about you. I just know you. You know what I'm saying? I just know. I like out here in Vegas, I have a lot of associates. I know your name in comedy, but I don't fuck with you and I don't hang out with you. So I don't. You're just an associate.
Acquaintance.
You know what I'm saying? A friend is a person, you know what I'm saying, who I would do shit for and they would do shit for me, you know what I'm saying, just anytime, shit like that. But a homie, to be a homie, to me, a homie is much higher than a friend or an associate, because a homie is a motherfucker that's dead dirt with you. Like you done rob a liquor store with this nigga, or you done shot at some motherfuckers with this motherfucker, or you would beat up a couple people at school with, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just became homies because y'all got into fights with each other before. And that's what to me is a homie. That's a motherfucker. When you call, you be like, yo, man, I need to whoop this dude's ass. I need you to come with me. That motherfucker be like, all right, pick me up at 5. And you're like, all right, I'll be over there. You know what I'm saying? That's a homie.
That's a positive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's your homie, dog. You know what I'm saying? That y'all so motherfucking tight. Like me and Diesel, that's a friend I know in Gary. Me and that fool, we homies. We didn't know each other shit. We was like fucking middle school and shit. We still know each other today. 35 years of friendship. You know what I'm saying? Plus we didn't fuck bitches together. We didn't did a lot of dirt together. So, you know what I'm saying? That nigga James, that nigga homie. We didn't did a lot of dirt together. You know what I'm saying? I had to make that nigga a homie. You know what I'm saying? Especially whenever you do dirt with me, and then you don't snitch and none of that shit, you the homie. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? You the coolest.
By my terms, though, boy, you're a homie because I know you from my homies, like you're my homies. So you know what I'm saying. So you around the way homie, and you also an associate because I work with you. I do work with you. I look to do and work with you in the future, and then my people do work with you. You know what I'm saying. But I also think that we've known each other for a very long time, and I consider you to be actually a friend because we keep it honest with each other, and we, you know what I'm saying, are always positive towards each other. And I keep it very G when I do because I know a lot of females and dudes got this problem. And see how we all three had a different aspect of all three words. So I know a lot of things get crossed up because people comprehend things and perceive things differently. So like I had a guy used to be around me and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's your friend." No, see, don't say it like that because that's your kind of friend because you call your girls you smash friends. That's not me. I don't call a dude that I fucked with a friend like that. Like that's a whole different category. So like I don't fuck my friends, right? So if I call someone my friend, it's because they were actually my friend. Like they're friendly to me. I feel comfortable or safe with them. That's my friend. So you fit all three categories. And James, I'm just getting to know you. So you as my associate because we working together and you do comedy, and I'd like to see you do more comedy. And maybe one day we'll be friends because you've been in my life and you're so friendly and you've been my friend. Look out for me, I look out for you because that's what homies do. But at the same time, you my homie's homie and you're his homie. So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? One day you might be my homie too.
Now James doesn't do comedy, but if he does, he needs to let me know 'cause I like to hear some of it. You know what I'm saying?
James is kind of funny sometimes. He pops in with the 1-2 punch all the time. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not a comedian. I just have my moments.
He pops in with the
Oh,
fun
okay.
facts and shit. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay. He just got his moments. Oh, I thought, you know what I'm saying, he had showed you some clips or something, you know, he did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, I want to see. You know what I'm saying? If you're a comedian, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We can benefit. If you're a comedian, shit, we
Speaking
can
of
work.
Palm Springs, the Palm Springs Coachella area is having some kind of a comedy thing. I think I sent you a link, but it's worth auditioning or sending in your tapes for all your comedian friends in
Man,
your circle that you would like to see.
I gotta get some recordings, man. But I gotta get a better phone because my phone right now is fucked up. And so therefore, when I get a better phone, I'll be able to get better recordings and I'll be able to send them out. Because right now,
You know,
with
I
the
agree.
phone,
And so, if there's a phone company out there, if there's a sponsor, somebody who works with electronics and telecommunications, we would love if you would sponsor us and we can then use your phones because we need upgrades like phones, computers, microphones, any kind of broadcasting equipment. And we will definitely plug you all day long on all of our casts here in the Casting Live YouTube world. Hit us up. We're always looking for sponsors.
yes, we are. We trying to push our two niggas smoking weed brand, but without sponsors, it's just like just a word, just a name. We get a couple sponsors, we can make that shit big. Especially while weed is popular. You know what I'm saying? Weed is popular right now. So you need to take advantage of the popular shit when it's popular. You know what I'm saying? Now when weed become like non-popular, it just becomes just like mid, then you still rock it, but you just want to always stay with the popular shit. I mean that's what musicians do. Every time somebody come out and they hot, they always do a collab with that motherfucker.
And
You know?
here at the Doughboy TV show, you decided to collaborate with weed.
Yeah, yeah. Cause I smoke on this show too. I only got one blunt left. I'm like fiending, like damn, I want to smoke this motherfucker. But
Oh no.
when I get off this motherfucking internet, I'm about to make me a couple burgers and medicate them motherfuckers and eat those. And
That sounds like a good Friday night. It sounds like a nice high.
and I'm gonna put some medicated corn in this motherfucker. So I'm gonna have burgers and corn. Set it off in this motherfucker and watch a cool ass
Yes,
movie and
ladies
get
and
high.
gentlemen, we are sponsored this week by the vegetable corn. Corn is one of the chosen vegetables sponsoring this show this week.
Oh, hell yeah. This show is
It's
also
the
brought to
choice of many people along many platforms.
this show is also brought to you by Mike Tyson Roller Pigeon. The very, very good choice when you want to get weed. You want to get it from Thrive.
And
Any
it was just
location.
420, and we just passed 420 on the timing. Can you tell me, does it tell you where it was packaged? Is it packaged out here by me? Because he has a grow site here.
It was packed. This particular shit was packaged July 1st, 2024. It was harvested March 18th, 2024. So you know what I'm saying? After it harvested, then it had to dry and all that good shit.
So it's gotta be from here.
Yeah, it is from here.
That is so crazy. So feels so crazy. Like you're literally smoking weed like from my backyard.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. It's wherever his farm is at. That's where he growing this shit. And I believe
it's here.
I believe he grow all this shit.
I'll have to take a video one day for you so you can see it.
And I mean, he must be growing roller pigeon, uppercut, sour diesel.
There's definitely sour diesel because I remember seeing a clone. Roller pigeon. Dang, that sounds so interesting.
Yeah, roller pigeon is fire as fuck.
And there was a blue dream clone. And
Mike Tyson knew what the fuck he was doing. I bet you he probably smoked this shit. This probably one of his favorite strains.
He's a connoisseur. I've seen him like on interviews. I'm definitely a connoisseur.
I've met Mike Tyson one time, and I really didn't even really meet him. I was just in the same room with that nigga. I was chilling with Eddie Griffin, and Mike Tyson came to see Eddie Griffin. And so, you know what I'm saying, he was in a room with all of us, but I didn't particularly go, over there and talk to him because I was eating chicken and shit. I was high. I didn't particularly go talk to him, but he was in the same room with us and shit. So,
yeah.
I would love to actually like meet him because to know that he smokes weed, I would like to just be like, pull out my pocket, like, yo, man, do you mind if we smoke a blunt of this or a joint of this? And said, I got either one, papers or blunts. You know what I'm saying? But would you like to smoke a blunt or
that would be like, and that would be like a really lifetime kind of like, not right there to smoke with Mike Tyson.
I would definitely
like he closes the dispensary out here, like when it comes to fights.
You know what I'm saying? I would be like, man, and I will pull out a package just like this, already sealed up, and be like, would you like to smoke a blunt of your shit with me? You know what I'm saying? With Doughboy, take a couple pictures, be on video with me. You know what I'm saying? I put
that would be so awesome. So yeah, call in the show. Let's get the interview booked. Let's hang out and have a weed session and smoke some Mike Tyson with Mike Tyson. Let's go. Come on, you two, make it happen.
I believe that'd be the business to smoke Mike Tyson.
We can host in Palm Springs. We can host in LA or Vegas.
It's only gonna be popular if Doughboy smokes it. Now, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might try to steal my idea.
Oh yeah, no, it's gotta be you. It's gotta be you on Doughboy TV.
It's not even gonna be right if it's somebody else. It's gotta be me personally. So
definitely Doughboy. Yes, Doughboy TV, Doughboy, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, like you know who I smoked with? Like, cause I seen this nigga a couple times. Cause I used to tour with Spice, and so when I went on a tour with Spice, I meet a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
And so we was in Vegas, and I met Lazy Bone because we actually did a show with him here in Vegas. And so Lazy Bone had came back to Vegas, but he was at the Boulevard Mall buying shit. And I actually seen this fool. He came out, and I was like, "Oh, what up, Lazy?" And you know what I'm saying? I guess he kind of remembered me. He like, oh, what up, boy? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what's up, Joe? And you know what I'm saying? He was waiting for his ride. And I was like, "You want to smoke a blunt, bro?" And I actually smoked weed with this fool.
Oh,
We
that's
sat,
cool.
we sat right on the side of motherfucking Boulevard Mall, right in
That's
the back.
chill.
And smoked a blunt.
That's like years of artist accommodation, right? Like to just be able to be in different places with folks that you know from different places. Like that's always the fun part for me when I run into artists in different places.
Oh yeah, like I smoke. You know what? Because of marijuana, I've been around the most celebrities ever in my life because of weed.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been around A plus celebrities, and I've been around D plus celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But I've been around a lot of celebrities just off marijuana.
Is that because you're the plug or just because you're always smoking?
Because I'm always
Yeah.
smoking. I
Me
always
too.
got it.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I
Me
guess you could
too.
say both. I guess you could say both
Both,
because
yeah, I think.
if I got some
Think
on
about
me,
it,
I'm gonna
say
probably
yes. You don't have to
you know
say
what I'm saying?
both. You
I
just need to
probably
say yes.
yes, allegedly, yes, I would be the plug.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I'll
I
be the
mean, like
plug.
I've done artist accommodation since I was like very young. It was a business, and so like I just connect into anything they need. I've been a concierge since I was probably like 13.
Like Dr. Dre's son, Andre Young, I met him through marijuana. Like his
Ooh,
people, like
you've met the honorable doctor.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now I mean he's probably like a C list. He not an A plus celebrity, but he
You
like
think?
his dad. Nah, because he's not in the limelight like that. You don't really hear about him like that. So he's like a C plus. But you know what I'm saying. So I met him only because somebody in his crew wanted some marijuana, and I just so happened to have some. So I gave him some. He donated some money to my foundation. Uh, so I gave him a little bit of weed that I had, and they liked it. And then he invited me to his party at his house somewhere on Rancho Road, one of them nice ass mansions over there. He invited me to his crib, and I chilled out with him, drank, you know what I'm saying, and just kicked it. And I met that motherfucker through marijuana. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, smoking marijuana and people that smoke marijuana, it's a very, universal thing, like a universal language, I guess, right?
Yeah. You know, when I first met Eddie Griffin, I asked him did he smoke, and he said, nah, he used to, but then he quit. And, he just drinks now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he doesn't drink. He's not an
Oh, because
alcoholic.
that's so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he drinks I think Patron and this month Vouv wine. I mean, but
I
what
know
I'm
a
saying, he
few
drinks.
alcoholics that only smoke weed now. They don't drink.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? When I first met him, I asked him, did he do it still? He's like, nah. I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, because if you did, I was gonna be like, bro, we got to smoke one together. We got to smoke one together. We got to.
Now, like smoking. So smoking is like, okay, smoking, but like I like to smoke and be creative. Like I like to be productive, right? So when you think about people that you want to smoke with, who would you smoke with that you think you could be the most productive with? Like maybe record a set or like tell some funny joke. Like for
Motherfucking,
you, you're a comedian, so
motherfucking Seth motherfucking Rogen. If
yeah,
I
I
could
could see
ever
that.
smoke,
I
if
could see
I could
that. Yeah.
ever smoke with Seth
He
Rogen,
seems like a
we
very
would make
productive high person.
we would have a very productive high because we would come up with so many fucking movie ideas. We would
I
probably
believe
write
that.
a movie. We would probably write a movie together. He would probably call over James Franco and all the other motherfuckers, Craig Roberts. He'd
Yeah.
probably call the whole gang over there because I would have them all included, and I would just come up with the best fucking comedy movie in the fucking world. We were probably created. So that's if I ever could get. I mean, I need to go to LA. And I just need to be in the same room with this nigga because I would ask him. I would actually pull
So
out the same bag of weed, like, yo, you down to blow one, bro? You know what I'm saying? Shit. I would that. I'm like, man, I'm a comedian out of
so
Vegas.
if it were like a Tuesday in August, you would be ready to like tell them whatever you want to tell them. And
if I gotta do comedy for this nigga first, I'm doing it. I'm dropping
okay,
time.
because that, yeah, like,
I'm dropping time. I'm like, what? I
So
mean,
we have private comedy shows available to your home or mansion. It is a very exclusive thing. Not a lot of people think about having their own comedian hanging around for a while, but we have a comedian. He smokes weed, 420 friendly, very funny guy. He's available for booking all the rest of the summer for all of your day parties, all of your pop-ups, all of your beach parties. Let us know. Get at us. You can book now.
beach parties. I guess I'm going to places that have beaches. Then they have no beaches in Vegas, and you cannot count Lake Mead or Lake Las Vegas. It's all off Lake Mead. And that's not a real beach. That's a fucking pond. You walking at the bottom of the fucking lake. Anytime.
But we will come, but he will come to Mandalay Beach, and you can just book him now, and he can show up poolside, and you could have your cash and your booking fees and your chicken and your weed available, and he will come and hang out and be funny.
And all I recommend is just you have some chicken. Boneless chicken, chicken tenders, chicken wings, just
gotta have
chicken.
some kind of chicken available on the menu, yes, for ordering.
Yeah, chicken on the menu, and I'm there.
For your craft services.
I knock the price down if you feed me chicken. Hey, all right, so check this out. When I end the show, we gonna stay on here, and I'm gonna end the show. But just stay on here because we're gonna talk about a couple other things, but we're gonna talk about it off camera so niggas can't steal ideas. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a little after party, but we're gonna have it after the show. So just stay on.
The show is the after party. After the party is the.
You already on.
It's the StreamYard lobby.
So if you're on StreamYard, then you'll be in the after party. But if you're not on StreamYard, you're gonna be not at the after party. Yeah, you're gonna be asked out. Only way you can get on StreamYard, you gotta hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on my Doughboy Kaiser Messenger and holler at me. I'm gonna give you a brief little survey. You're gonna answer the questions, and then I might put you on the show. Then you'll be on here live with the other two people that's always on here. Yeah, you'll have a lot of fun. And I like musicians, poets, motherfucking spoken word, all that shit. I would say musicians, but you're not gonna play anything on this motherfucker. You can't come on here and talk. You're not gonna play shit. You're not gonna rap. I'm not gonna have you freestyle because one thing I just don't like is niggas just freestyle.
And you have to be open to learning cool new things.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So no rapping, no singing. You can just come on here and talk. This is a talking podcast, not a singing podcast, not a rapping podcast, not a yodeling podcast, none of that. This is all talk.
Funny you say yodeling. We do have a yodeling podcast over on yeah. But not this show.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs, man. A little early. Shout out to I hope I'm saying her name right, Professor Yaz. She has the Sex Talk TV show, a podcast that she does on YouTube. I do believe that's her name. I don't even know, so I'm gonna just take it back because I don't even know if I said her name right. So I know I'm high. I'm higher than the sky. I keep yawning. So if I get off here and start playing this game, I bet you I won't yawn no more.
You with the yawning.
I'm not gonna yawn no more until I make these burgers. Oh, you know what? That's why I'm yawning because I had some medicated food earlier. When I came back when I came back in the crib, I had medicated food for breakfast, medicated food for lunch, and I'm about to have medicated food for dinner. So yeah, that's why I'm yawning. That is why. Okay, now I had to think back while I was yawning. That's why I'm yawning because I had all that medicated shit. And
So you
then
had
plus I've
more of
been
a Friday.
yeah, so I've been in
Get
the
it?
sun too.
Friday.
And you know
A
this Las Vegas
Friday.
sun will make you tired.
Oh
Las
yeah.
Vegas heat will make you tired as fuck. So and I've been in the heat. Homie over here sleep right now.
Yeah.
That nigga fell asleep with his uniform on. Cause that nigga got off work and he was in the sun, but he was in the AC, but he also smoked weed with me. So that's why he sleep. But to attest, he always go to sleep when he get home from work because he just be tired from working, period. So I mean
We're adults. We deserve naps.
yeah. Plus, you know what? He works where I used to work at a Dottie's where, you know what I'm saying? And I was the
Oh
only person
yeah.
that so I was working the whole store. So yeah, I'd be tired as fuck when I get off work too.
You
I
gotta pay
never
attention to shit when you out there in the world having to work.
yeah. Yep. Well, we
I,
got
I
4
work
minutes left
sometimes.
on the show. So we're gonna do shout outs and shit like that. James, you got any shout outs?
Shit. Shout out to you, though, for having me on the show. Flower, shout out to you for being here. Shout out to Joel Cooper, wherever he's at this present day and time. And just for the fuck of it, shout out to the United States government for yeeting a 1 ton manhole cover into space at over 195,000 miles an hour back in the 50s.
Oh,
Huh?
okay. All right, Flower, you got any shout outs?
I would like to shout out to my friend Doughboy for continuing on with Doughboy TV. Keep going, keep going. Thanks for having me. Shout out to James for showing up and always participating in his funny ways. And yes, the August live stream. You, if you are a musician out there, you can join the live stream. There's a live stream in August, and you can either get tickets or you can participate. Either way, you can hit me up, or you can go to girlmondaymedia.com and yeah, you can read more about some of the artists we featured and how to get featured. On to you, Doughboy. Da, 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 da.
Well, my shout outs will always be brief. But shout out to all the comedians in the world that's doing their thing. Shout out to all the birds, all the trees, all the goats, all the animals. Shout out to James for always being here, and shout out to you, Flower, for always being here. Shout out to Joel, because I know he's gonna hit me up as soon as we get off this bitch. He's like, man, you still on here? I'm like, no.
The master of comedy, master of
Yeah.
ceremonies.
Shout out to Assassin's Creed Valhalla for being a tight ass game. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do it without Ubisoft. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. And yeah, shout out to everybody else in the world. You know. Yeah.
And other worlds too. I shout out to people in other worlds, other galaxies, outer worlds.
Oh yeah, shout out to people that live on Pluto.
Even if it takes 10 years to get there, have goals.
Them motherfuckers are frozen. They're, you know what I'm saying? Pluto's like an ice planet, so they're probably like frozen people who used to live in Antarctica.
Or there could be a warp. There could be a warp hole in Antarctica to get to Pluto in like 2 days. We don't know.
Yeah, because they don't know what's on the other side of that big ass wall of ice. It's like
Just another Disney backdrop.
It was like shit. On the other side of that wall could be Disneyland.
Exactly. The world is Disneyland. I learned that when I was young.
Yeah, but we're about to end the show. Like I said, stick around for the after party. It's gonna be only a couple minutes. We're gonna go over a couple ideas, but we don't want nobody to steal them, so that's why we're gonna go over by ourselves. So, I always say, smoke that shit, don't waste that shit, and peace out to everybody in the motherfucking world.